just going back to the basics, let's make sure we are randomizing, right?
Absolutely. Yep. That's another point that you bring up, and making sure randomization occurs, and making sure that you do it in the right way. Again, all these problems and all these challenges, if we don't do things a certain way, can lead to research reproducibility issues. Yes. We see one response, and then if the study's conducted again, that response may not be seen. So based on our results, we may not be making the correct, most current or best recommendations based on what we do. So it's a challenge to do everything correctly and stay up to date. But again, it goes back to making sure we're making the best decisions based on the data we have.
Right. And one thing is interesting. I mean, sometimes when I'm chatting with someone and we're talking about randomization, it doesn't have to be super complicated, right? Meaning, a lot of times we do in Excel, right? But it can be a hat with a few pieces of paper. The biggest thing, of course, if you're not blocking, but it's just a completely randomized design. Yep. But the biggest thing, it's some unbiased and independently related,
absolutely
allotment.
Yep.
Versus, hey, one side of the barn versus the other side of the barn. All right, that's
and in the scenario like that, and sometimes it's difficult with logistics of conducting a study and feed lines and different things, right. But the goal of that randomization is to avoid various confounding factors. Is that the ventilation on one side of the barn is just a little bit different than the other, the sunlight coming through right. the windows and the shades, and those sources of confounding, we can either identify them, something like that it seems plausible, right. or it could be something that we absolutely have no idea exists, but is actually there. So the randomization, it doesn't need to be complicated, like you say, yeah. but it's a critical part of conducting experiments. Yeah.